everyone. Welcome back to the Phanatics podcast. We are Madison again. So it's just me and Zach. We think she might have died. Um, Not really sure at the moment. Um, I hope she's feeling all right. What's going on, Zach? How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Not
Pretty
sick
good.
anymore, but still coughing.
Still coughing. So we're currently watching the Angels game, but we're gonna try to ignore that, I guess,
Yeah.
and talk about the Red Series, and then transition to the sweep versus the Padres, and then we got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. So, what about the Red Series, Zach?
Um, Overall, pretty good. I mean, some standouts. I think you got to go with Bohm. That's where he started to really heat up. I think Ranger Suarez was electric. I would say those are my two standouts. Offense and pitching wise. But I mean, the only thing that really irked me was probably the Sanchez start because everybody else
Mm-hmm.
was pitching so well, and then he kind of only went like what 3 innings or something like that. I forget what it was.
Yeah,
So long ago now. But I mean, that was the only one that really irked me, and I mean, it kind of got out of control real quick.
and
So
I think it was an issue because it was the first bad start we've seen
yeah,
all season from
since
anybody.
Nola's probably,
Yeah,
that was probably the worst one we saw since that.
and then we dropped 2 games, but that Reds team is going to be really, really good
Hmm.
in the future. Just they're just not there yet.
Yeah,
So I mean, it was good to at least come out even. But man, Ellie De La Cruz is very special.
yeah.
Um, so it's always fun to watch those special players like I am watching right now,
Hmm.
currently at bat.
I
But
mean, the Turnbull start was, I thought they pulled him a little early when they lost that game because he only gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and he had 8 Ks. So
did
I
they
mean, he
pull him
was
in the sixth,
yeah, and then they put in Dominguez, and right, I
which
think
is the
Dominguez
biggest
was
mistake
first.
this season?
Yeah, I mean, he gave up 4 runs, 32
Yeah,
pitches, 16 for strikes. He has an ERA of 9.72 to that point.
I mean we'll get to see it at least one more time in the Angel series. But Turnbull has been one of the best pitchers in baseball,
Hmm.
statistically wise. I mean, he's not. He's getting wins. He's getting innings. He just looks great, and it's really hard to question pulling him early.
Yeah,
But I mean, Rob Thompson does Rob Thompson things.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, the Padre series was fun. It was a sweep, but we do have got to see Taiwan Walker for the first time. Uh, well, you were in a car, but
Yeah.
I got to see Taiwan Walker for the first time.
I got to listen.
And I mean, let's go to the good before we get to the somewhat negative.
I mean, he looked
Um,
pretty good.
yeah, he
He
looked
was
good.
decent.
Like what the I said, he doesn't look fantastic. He doesn't look bad,
Yeah. That was kind of what I
and
wanted to
that's
see out of that start. You know what I mean? It was positive for a while. And then he just
yeah.
went a little too long. But I mean,
I
his
think they
pitch
kept
count
him
was
in the
under
game
what he
too
was
long.
supposed to. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Um, they that fastball and sinker, I believe, needs to have more velocity on it though. Just hitting 90 on most pitches. I mean, it's it's not going to win you a lot of games.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, for the most part, he looked good. He looked just like last year. He had run support. He won. I mean, it's that was the story of him last year,
Yeah.
and that is a home run for the Angels. 3-1 Phillies.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Golfed it.
yeah, he golfed it.
But the Padre
Probably
series, I
not it.
mean, Ranger Suarez just continued dominating in his start. I mean, how can you not, love what he was
I
doing?
th- I think that's the same Ranger we're gonna see all year.
Hmm. I think so too.
I think I think this is I know everybody was saying this is Zach Wheeler's Cy Young year, and I hope it is, but I wouldn't be mad if the Ranger got it because
No,
he
not if he's
deserves
playing
it.
like
He's
this.
pitching fantastic.
Hmm. It is.
Um,
It's ridiculous.
Hitting, Stott finally got some hits. He
Hmm.
had 2 home runs in Sunday's game.
Hmm.
4 RBIs. That was nice. They just got over,
Hmm.
but they it doesn't matter. It counts. So,
They looked like
um,
they were good off the bat too. So
and JT killed a monster hit
yeah.
in that home run. That ball went, he murdered it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, the whole team is playing well, so it's hard to sit here and talk bad.
They're tied with the best record in baseball right now. Well,
Yeah,
most
and
wins. Most wins.
most wins in baseball. Yeah,
Hmm.
and it's nice play by Trey. But yeah, I mean, I think this is what we expected going into this year, this podcast, to be sitting here talking about how good they are doing,
Yeah.
not really how bad they are doing.
Yeah.
So,
They're doing so good we don't have to
um,
focus on the bad.
yeah,
Because
I
there's
don't
not much
want it.
bad at all anyway. I mean, Rojas is hitting. Look at that.
Yeah, Rojas is hitting 250 as of
Hmm.
right now. He hasn't had an at bat in this game, but I originally put down as of 424 he was hitting 250. Right
Hmm.
now it's 429 and he's still hitting 250.
I mean, he's
So,
got just as
I
many hits
mean,
as Bryson Stott.
and
They
he's not
both have
just getting
19.
hits; he's getting doubles.
Yep.
He gets on base. He's that play he had in the outfield, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, that was fantastic. And I'm going to issue my apology to Johan Rojas, um, because I criticized him and he stepped up, and that's what you want to see. I don't hate anybody on this team.
Yeah.
I may pretend I do. I may be frustrated. I don't hate anybody on this team. So for him to be hitting 250 and playing better than guys like Stott right now, and it's good to see. And I know he watched one of our videos on Instagram. Kind of have to like him now.
I mean, the other thing, look at this. I mean, out of 76 at bats, he's only struck out 12 times, which is the lowest out of like starters on the team. So he is hitting the ball even when he does get out. Now,
And he
sometimes they're
could
pop ups, sometimes they're weak ground balls, but he's at least not striking out as much as we expect him to.
those weak ground balls though are almost base hits.
Right. So you can't even be mad at it. It's like a swinging bunt.
Yeah. So I mean, right now, as of Monday, April 29th, I am not mad that Johan Rojas is playing baseball almost every day. So,
Right.
um, I mean, good for him. Um, but we did have a few games without Bryce recently, and we got to see how the lineup functioned without him versus with him. Um, I didn't see that big of a difference
Yeah.
because we still won. Um, but he obviously adds that element of the person who's just being there in the lineup. Bryce's presence is obviously hard to top. I mean, there's
Right.
probably only a few guys in baseball that can top it, and
He's playing
so I
one
mean,
tonight.
yeah, he's playing one tonight. Leadoff again, which is weird, but
Yeah, I
I
didn't
don't
really
think Trout
expect
should
that.
bat leadoff. He's did it
But, I
a
mean,
few
yeah.
times this year. Um, but I mean, we have Kyle Schwarber batting leadoff, so who
Right.
are
I
we
was
to
going to
judge?
say, you can they
Um,
use those unique leadoff hitters are more common nowadays. I mean,
well, that just I don't want to sit here and turn this into a me loving Mike Trout podcast because I do, but that just shows how great he is.
Mhm.
You can put him anywhere in the lineup; he's going to produce no matter what he does, and he's going to give you above average fielding. He's going to be able to do everything. And anybody who hates Mike Trout just doesn't understand baseball. That's my
Yeah.
that's my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, this isn't about Trout, but
And the best part
that's another
about like
pot.
the whole Trout thing, like we'll end it with this, is every Philly fan wants at some point in the season to trade for Trout. when things are going
Mhm.
this well, those conversations die. I mean, yeah, they're talked about when we play them, but if they're 10 games over 500 at the end of April, I don't really think a lot of people are still thinking about that. I mean, does it make the team better? Absolutely, but if they're playing like this, you can't really mess that up.
See, that's the thing. I mean, you're going to get into a point come the All Star break where if Trout does ask to be traded, I mean, Rojas is up right now. We'll see what happens. But with um, Trout as to be traded come All Star break, would the Phillies even be willing to do that to mess up the chemistry of the team that's currently winning and performing
Right.
well? It's a it's a I mean, you could add like little pieces like bullpen and maybe a bench bat and stuff like that, but I don't think you would jump and be like, I need to get Mike Trout on this team.
Right.
Especially when, I mean, you even have good bench bats on this team with Sosa, and I mean, this team is really good all around.
Yeah.
But um, one of the things that you said was Martian stop playing every day.
Hmm.
Um, I have that on the paper, and I think Marsh should be playing every day.
Hmm.
I don't think Stott should be playing every day yet. I don't know what's going on with him,
Yeah.
but maybe he should be playing every day to get out of his funk.
Right.
I don't know, but it's been hard
I,
to watch,
I
except
think they want him to play
yesterday.
every day, just rest days. Those are what they call them, but somehow it's always with a tough lefty or something like that. And I think he can hit. I just he needs to be playing every day because that's what he wants to do anyway. You know that.
Yeah, I mean,
Who wants to
I want
sit?
him to play every day.
Hmm.
I want him to play every day, but I don't like to see him struggle either. I don't want him to. But if that's the only way he can get out of it, then I want. I mean, it's been difficult to watch. I mean, that's not the same stuff from last year or even 2 years ago. I mean,
Hmm.
it's oh he was out. I'm almost positive he was out. I
He
know they said
missed.
he was safe, but
Yeah,
I
his arm was
know
in there.
was it? I didn't see it.
It looked
You
like
see
it
the
because
save
I'm
play?
like a little bit behind you because it's on my phone,
Yeah,
but
his arm was in there. All right, you're right.
it just looked
But
because they showed it the right angle, but.
because of his oven mitt.
Mhm.
Um, so I mean, oh gosh, what? Yeah, you're gonna see this one. Have fun.
Jeez, he's like pushed him off. What
Yeah,
just happened?
no, but so I mean, I think for I think Brandon Marsh is at the level where he should be playing every day. He was
Hmm.
safe. It looked like. I think it's, but okay, but
I don't know.
and I want. I'm all over the place because this game. It's really hard to record. That's why we were gonna do yesterday, but we couldn't. The I told, like I said in the post, if you love the Phillies, you'll love this podcast because me and Zach can care less about the podcast right now. We just want to watch baseball game.
We're trying, but our attention span is only one track minded sometimes when the Phillies
This
are
is why
on.
Madison's supposed to be here to get us back on track, but
Snap,
she's not.
snap out of it.
But she's not. So, um,
But
but I've
yeah,
noticed with Stott.
hmm,
You brought it up the other day, and then I went back and watched it. They are pitching him more inside,
hmm,
than they used to, and he needs to choke up on the bat and try to swing at it. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know
Well, I
what
mean, he
else
did
to
that
say. Like,
twice. He did that twice on Sunday, so that was a good sign. Both those pitches were, middle in or in. So
which means he's starting to adjust to it. So I think it's
mhm.
really more just a waiting game.
Yeah, I don't
I
think he was
mean,
expected to be
and
pitched like that right away. You know.
yeah, um, I do want to talk about this because I didn't have it um, on the sheet originally, but
Mhm.
um, Trey Turner, as of right now, I at least before this game and before we started the pod, he was batting 339,
He is right now too.
and
Still, as long as this is updated on my
and
PM.
the I think this team would struggle if something happened to Trey.
Mhm.
Right now, he seems to be like the heart and soul of the team. I mean, he's helping Rojas hit. I mean, he's doing all of this, and I think the importance of 2024 Trey Turner is huge on this team.
Mhm.
Um, Stolen base streak, which was incredible, which finally ended, which was sad, and
Yeah.
then like just the season he's been able to at least have in April
Mhm.
is, I feel like we say it every week because I've been such a big fan of watching him play this year, but he's just clicking on all cylinders, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's really been the motor to the team, kind of, and that's what we expected. If Bryce Harper wasn't, I mean, he's batting 234 right now, but Turner's just picking it up, and Bryce is going to eventually pick it up too. So if sorry, if
It's okay.
Turner, sorry, Jesus, if Turner could continue this down the stretch, and Harper's going to heat up, so that really makes it very potent, especially when they're back to back in the lineup.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I mean, you could see that Bryce is going to click soon. It's just, I think his April's been a little busy. So I think when he hasn't start May, I think you'll probably get going and should be all right. I mean, I don't expect Trey to slow down. I don't expect Bohm to slow down.
No.
So I mean, I think the team should be Marshy too. I don't expect Marshy to slow down.
Yeah.
So I mean, the whole team is where you want it to be, except probably one area, and that's the bullpen. So
It's been
Zach,
very shaky, very shaky.
what do we do?
Um,
This is supposed to be the best bullpen in baseball.
well, yeah, and the problem is they're so spotty with everything. I mean, the Marte has kind of been spotty, um, but I mean, Pinto has just been an innings eater at this point. Uh, Soto's been shaky. I mean, his ERA is like 8 something. Um, I don't really know, man. There's not many reliable arms right now besides Strom, Alvarado, and you know uh, that's kind of
Hoffman.
what I really, yeah, Hoffman too. How did I miss that? Oh, he's up there. That's why Hoffman, and I mean, we haven't seen Kirkering too much either. So
I, I mean, he just got back. Let's
mhm,
give him a little bit more leeway. But I mean, they had him come in during the Padres series, and he didn't look terrible.
no,
I think Kirkling, sorry, is going to be somebody who can at least help out. But right now, I mean, if our pitchers weren't going deep in games,
yeah,
I'm
we would not
afraid to
be.
see what would be happening. I don't.
I was thinking the same thing, man.
I was terrified yesterday because of Walker having to go, and I was worried about how long is he going to last in this game
Hmm.
and what happens. Um,
And the good thing about now, I mean, they're going to be going with the 6-man rotation, so Suarez has 41 innings pitched. Nola's at almost at 40. Wheeler's at 37. So that kind of gives them a little bit of rest to kind of get back down to the the reality, I guess, instead of pitching 8 9 innings a game. Um, so that
but
should help, I think, with that.
at least for now, they can do it. So I mean, your top three guys, Nola, Wheeler, and Suarez, can at least give you deep innings.
Mhm.
I don't want them doing that every game though, but
Right. Not this
if
early
they
in the
have
season.
to, no. But if they have to, they've been doing it. I mean, I don't want because Zach Wheeler's not a young man.
Yeah.
Don't want him to be tired out come like August.
Mhm.
I need this rotation for October,
Right.
not really in April. And the bullpen is sorry, hang on. Bullpen is not really helping with that.
Yeah, no.
need. You know what? I'm gonna just jump all over the place because it's something I just saw, and it's been something I've been wanting to talk about. The improvement at third base from Alec Bohm is
Yeah.
incredible,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it gets talked about enough. And I know when he was doing, what is up with that guy's hair? Anyway,
Yeah, that's
um,
different.
that's a, looks like Troy Polamalu.
Playing baseball.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alec Boehm's improvement at third base has been awesome to watch. From where it was to where it is now, it is the polar opposite from where it started. And then with his bat, everything's just coming together for him. He's like the third. He's ranked in the highest in most categories on the offensive side among third basemen. And I think he has the third highest batting average in the league right now. So
Yeah. He's just going to keep hitting, too. He's not.
yeah,
I
he's
mean,
batting over 370 right now. 371.
is he at 371? Because I wrote
Yep.
down 365
No,
earlier. Maybe
after
I
this
wrote down.
last at bat, it
Oh,
was
okay, so it's
365.
370.
Yep. Yep. I should have said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
I scared you there.
it's all good.
Yeah.
I was. And the thing that's impressing me the most is it looks like he's starting to get his power that
Mm-hmm.
we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the numbers, but I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up with like 2025.
Yeah. And I think
At
last year
least
he had
at
over
his
20,
point.
right?
Yeah, he's going to at least hit over 20.
Mm-hmm.
And that's huge. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
think about you lose Reese, who would have got you about 30 home runs.
Yeah.
If Bowman goes in there and hits 20, I mean, you're happy with that.
Yeah.
Really happy. But yeah, I mean, I'm super happy. I keep saying happy because I'm happy.
Happy, happy, happy.
We've lost 2 games in like how long? I mean, it's just
It's like 2 weeks or something like that.
yeah, and
So we
I don't
lost.
have anything bad to say.
Yeah. We swept the Padres. We split with the Reds. We swept the. Yeah, it's been like a week, or it's been at least, yeah, 10 days or something like that. They're like eight
And
and
I mean,
9-2. I don't even know. I've lost track.
I'm looking at the thing. I mean, we went from a huge winning streak to now on a 4-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
Currently up in the second inning again. I mean, Sanchez is starting to struggle a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking like we could. This team is probably overperforming over any Phillies team I ever watched in
Mm-hmm. In
April.
April, yeah. Isn't it like the most wins in franchise history in April? I
I
think I
think
saw
so
that.
too. I think I saw something and it said 93 Phillies and was it 2011 or 2012 Phillies?
Something
I
like
can't
that.
remember. Probably 2011 because of that pitching staff, which we're gonna get to
Mm-hmm.
for our question. But I mean, um, it's last year we were what just around 500, just got 500. A year before that, we just got 500.
Mm-hmm.
And April baseball is depressing
Yeah.
usually. So I'm sitting. I He got him. Oh, maybe he didn't. I feel like I always want to say that he gets him. It's just like my brain. But
Ooh, that was close.
it was close. Yeah, I would have to see it again. Uh, I just don't want. They're about to have guys on base with Trout coming up if Sanchez doesn't get out of this. So Trout's in the hole. So,
Yeah, you see.
but yeah. So I mean, from a standpoint of we have nothing to complain about. We really have nothing to complain about. I
Mm-hmm.
can nitpick at things like, oh, Taiwan Walker finally started, and obviously Turnbull is better, but they're all going to be. It looks like we're going to have a 6-man rotation, anyways.
Mm-hmm. At least for a little bit.
So until one of them wins it over, which is going to be Turnbull, and it'll go right back to how it was, and it is what it is.
Hopefully. That's what I think will happen, but we'll see.
You have your top three pitchers are all in early Cy Young candidates in April. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, yeah, it's April, whatever, but still, like, what
Strong
is there to
starts help.
complain about? It's nothing to complain about.
Mm-hmm.
We have so. I
I
mean,
mean,
the
Rangers
pitching
5 and
staff is
0.
so. Yeah, Rangers 5-0. He had 30. He had 32 consecutive scoreless innings,
Almost 33.
almost 33. But we're not allowed to count that.
Right.
Ah. Oh, that works still, I guess.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. Um.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like worried for a second because I thought Bryce was just gonna try to chase him down. I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "No, don't do it." And then like the runner was just acting really nonchalant about it, like Bryce wasn't supposed to notice. Just trying to.
Yeah.
Um. But I mean, Ranger. All right, they got out of it. Ranger has gave us the best scoreless inning streak since 2011. I
Yeah.
mean, I graduated high school in 2011, just to put that in perspective. So
That's pretty wild. 2011, I
that's a
was I was in high school.
like that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's how long ago it was. I was an 18-year-old lad. That is
Mm-hmm.
the last time somebody did what the Rangers did, and
And Cliff Lee did it twice.
Cliffley did it twice. I'm thinking Ranger might do it twice too. Maybe
Dude,
he'll
that
get
would be pretty
34 this.
cool. What if he beat both of
Get
his records in the same? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like he beats the first one and then he beats the other one, or I don't know which one came first, the 34 or the 32.
I have no clue. I didn't see it on the thing,
Yeah,
but I
you're
mean
gonna have to look it up.
the all-time record is from 1911. So
Yeah,
with Grover Alexander, 41 innings, and
that's wild.
I I mean it's 1911 though.
Yeah, yeah. But all they were throwing were fastballs then.
That's true. Not even fastballs. It was like a
Probably a changeup. They probably
changeup.
palmed
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean it's. I hate to discount like baseball legends with things they've done,
Mhm.
but when I look at the game, it goes well. Yeah, Babe Ruth hit over 700 home runs, but did he really?
Yeah,
Like
but
things like
still,
that. So
I mean,
yeah, nothing counts if it wasn't during the steroid era. Era, it's my opinion.
we don't know what kind of steroids they had back then.
Beer and hot dogs,
Pretty much cigarettes.
dollar hot dogs,
They were less than that.
yeah, like 10 cents, maybe
Oh,
less than.
pennies.
Um, so to talk about this podcast is gonna be shorter than our normal ones, but that's fine because I have a headache anyways. Um, to talk about the rotation compared to the 2011 rotation, I mean, for some reason it has an L next to Cliff Lee on here, and I just noticed that it has an L next to everybody.
Yeah,
But
that's they're
um,
righty or lefty. That's why.
oh, okay, that's
I
I
just
first
realized
for a
that.
second I thought he was Leaf Lee, um, but uh, around this time, this is around the 5 game start, which we're past now. But if we look at that, Ranger Suarez is pitching better than Doc was. Doc got more innings, but Cliff, their ERAs were a lot higher. Not that that matters, because I mean, obviously the team was still scoring runs and they were winning
Right.
games, but
And
um,
they all had more innings pitched. Really.
Yeah, they were definitely eating up more innings. Um, but I mean, that was what that team was built off of, though. I mean, you got Doc and Cliff and
Hmm.
Cole. They're gonna eat up innings, and they're gonna. I mean, it's a really good 1-2-3. Did Alec Bohm just hit another? Okay, never mind. I thought he just hit another home run. I was about to say. Um,
Yeah, looked good.
I think I hate saying this because it sounds crazy, but if you look at this and you compare it to 2011, right now, at least right now in April, this starting rotation is better than the 2011 rotation.
Hundred
I mean,
percent.
yeah,
I mean,
it has a Hall of Famer on there, but I mean,
give me one
I
second.
mean, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to cut it a second.
Okay,
Sorry, it was a bathroom break.
it's all good. Um, freaking, let's see. Doc ended up doing 233 innings. Cliff Lee went 232 innings. Where's my other one?
Is that the full stats for
And
the season?
this is full season. And
Okay,
Cole
because I
went
didn't know.
216. Yeah, I
Are
put
those
it on
the?
there in the
Oh,
computer.
okay. I didn't. Okay, I couldn't see what stats were what, so I couldn't.
Yeah, it cut off. I'm sorry,
Yeah, it's okay. No worries. I knew it was something a
but
little bit, but
Yeah.
um, I I think that's strikeouts, and Doc had 220 strikeouts.
Hmm.
But
But
I mean, you
Wheeler's
look at
doing that
this.
with less innings than that too.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes they're
That's what I
coming
was about to
close
say.
to 200 plus, a year.
That's what I was about to say. And I hate to. I'm a big Doc guy, and I hate to sit here and say that Wheeler's pitching better than Doc or
Hmm.
Nola's pitching better than Cliff Lee is, and all that stuff because it just seems silly to me. But I mean, they might be. So,
I mean,
um,
it shows that they are. I mean, other than Wheeler's record, you know,
and
that's about
that's
it.
that's not in. And wins and losses mean nothing in baseball
I know, but yeah,
because I know at the end of the season when it comes to like Cy Young time, that would be something they look at.
yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked if Wheeler has better stats than whoever wins the Cy Young, but more losses. I mean, unless if it's Ranger, and then it doesn't matter because,
yeah. That's true.
um,
That's true.
yeah. I mean, I think I remember the 2011 team pretty well. I mean, it wasn't to me. 2011 doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but I mean the the way this team pitches. I mean, other than I would take. I think I would probably take Zach Wheeler over Ray Halladay to be my ace of a team,
Ooh,
and
really?
I mean I'm going off of like all numbers, everything. I mean,
Hmm.
and I know that sounds silly, but if you actually look at their numbers side by side,
Mhm.
I'm sure they're similar, and
Yeah,
I'm
I've looked at
sure,
them before. They are.
that Zach Wheeler is will be heading to Cooperstown at some point in his life as well. Hopefully, not because of trying to fly and stuff, but um, I just and Cliff Lee. I mean, he was, if I remember correctly, he was at times super dominant and
Hmm.
at times widely inconsistent.
Yeah, yeah.
At least from what
I kind of remember that.
and I mean, if you even try to look at some of the seasons on here before, 398 in 2010 with, I think he was just really good on the Phillies. I think he
Hmm.
struggled everywhere else.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
good
you're
for
right.
him.
Good
But
for
I mean,
us.
good for us. Good for him. Yeah, I mean, it's this rotation is going. Pitching wins championships. If we pitched
Hmm.
this well in 22, we would have a World Series. If we pitched this well, I can't say last year because everybody just stopped hitting. But yeah, I mean, do you have anything you want to talk about? I feel like this is gonna be a short podcast.
I mean, not really. We kind of covered all of it. I mean, the biggest thing I think is just
The bullpen has to get fixed because if that is consistently like that, it's going to be we're not going to be winning, you know, as much as we are now because they're coming close to blowing a lot of games or blowing games, So that has to be fixed.
And
That's my biggest thing because
I
they
was
played
worried
so
about the
well
bullpen.
everywhere else. So
I've been worried about the bullpen since before the season
yeah.
started,
Hmm.
and everyone was acting like they were going to be really good, and I would like to believe that, but I also watched Sir Anthony pitch last year, and I'm watching him this year, and he doesn't look any better. I'm watching,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I mean, you're the guys that you could put out there for 7, 8, 9 are probably fantastic, but you can't have them go every day. I can't put, you know, not even 7, 8, 9. Probably just Strom can't pitch every day, but he can get you
Right.
multiple innings when he does pitch.
Hmm.
Um, Alvarado is he's he has all the talent to be that shutdown closer, but I don't think he has the. He's just too inconsistent at times to be that.
I think so
Um,
too. I mean, he's kind of been it up and down, but I don't know why. I don't know
that's
if
our
it's
best
just
pit, and
like the
that's the
start
best
of the
guy we have in the
season.
pen.
Yeah.
The best guy we have in the pen is widely inconsistent at times.
Yeah.
And then Hoffman. I mean, I like Hoffman, but I mean,
He's a little predictable, it seems.
yeah, and I don't. And then you got a guy like Soto on the team who's supposed to be that other big lefty to come out of the pen. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be, oh, Alvarado has an off day, so we can put Soto out there and mismatch and do what we need to do. And he can't
Hmm.
do it. He's throwing
He's
like
struggling.
100, but he can't locate.
Hmm.
He can't
Yeah,
locate.
he's struggling.
And um, and then the rest of the bullpen is just trash. I don't know, really. I'm not going to be nice and try to think of nice things to say about everybody.
Mhm.
Because I mean, I guess that would be the only advantage of moving like a Turnbull into the bullpen.
Right. That's the only
Because
thing I
then,
see.
like he could eat up some innings for you and
Hmm.
be shut down. But that's Strom's role, and
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
chaos.
I think it's if that's the reason they're putting him in the bullpen and not because he's struggling, because he's obviously not, I'm okay with that. To eat up some innings while these other guys are struggling, but I think he should be back in the rotation full time at some point.
But if I'm putting him in a bullpen just to have Taiwan Walker go out there and give up
Mm.
4 runs,
Yeah,
was it
6 runs.
four,
It was 6,
6?
I think. Yeah.
Jeez, that's worse than what I thought. To go out there and give up 6 runs.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. So that needs to clean itself up, I think. But I think that'll. I don't know how long of a leash Taiwan has. Yeah, that's the thing.
You're paying him a lot of money. Well,
Hmm.
a lot of money for a back end guy.
Yeah.
You're not paying him like it seems silly. Oh gosh, it seems silly to have him on this team. I think you you have a really good thing going, which you're 1 through 5,
Right.
one of the best in franchise history, and then you have this guy come in yesterday and leave with a 9 ERA, and
Yeah.
like
Not good, buddy.
throwing a 70-mile-per-hour changeup. Like, I'm probably over exaggerating, but still, like, if I feel like I can get a hit off of Taiwan Walker. Me, I feel like a non-Major League
I do
Baseball player
too.
like myself.
I
I
think I
feel like I
could.
can hit off him because he's not throwing that fast.
Nope.
That's
Nope.
like perfect speed for me. I can hit a 90 mile per hour
I've done
ball.
it. I've done it. I know I can.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Like, I know I can. So why do we have somebody who is not even a high school ace pitching? Like, I just don't understand what's going on.
Yeah,
The fact this
it's
is like the
mind
third
blowing.
guy. He's the third guy in the rotation in high school. Maybe.
Might be the odd man out.
Yeah, the guy they don't even use.
Mm.
Like Bag Boy or something.
Jeez.
Now we're getting deep.
Brandon Marsh could throw the ball fast from the outfield. Then Taiwan Walker could throw the ball.
Yep. No, that's a fact. Cold hard fact.
Ugh.
But other than that, I think we're in good shape. I think the bullpen will straighten itself out. The guys that aren't gonna, pull through for us are gonna weed themselves out, and we're gonna have a solid group of people that they know to play when we're winning, and the other guys are gonna probably play when we're not winning, or they
Yeah,
absolutely
I
have
mean,
to.
I think that's where we are. That's where we're at. I mean, hopefully, the other half of the lineup heats up when the other one starts to cool off, and we'll be able to just keep on hitting
Yeah.
and keep on winning to keep things going till the bullpen figures it out. But I mean, let's see if Madison ever got back to me.
I don't think she did. She probably fell
She
asleep
did
or
not.
something.
She did not. I just wanted to see. So Madison never got back to me, so I guess I have to do the outro. I would have had her come on just to do the outro. Alright,
But
so
the Angels series, we forgot to talk about
the
that.
Angel series, yep, we can.
What do you expect out of that? And
I
then back on to the
expect.
Giants.
I expect we. Is it 3 games versus the Giants?
4,
Or
so it
4?
ends on Monday.
4 games versus the Giants, 3 versus the Angels.
Mm-hmm. Neither one has a winning record right now, so.
I think we probably take 3 or 4 in the Giants series.
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually, because I think we're going to sweep the Angel series.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I think we'll
expect us
sweep
just.
the Angels.
So I expect us just to drop at least one game, just to snap back to life. But I mean, the Angels are. None of these teams are. The Angels and the Giants are just. That Giants team has been trying to make a team. It feels like for 5 years now, and they just can't put it together.
Yeah, they are lost.
Yeah, they. I mean, you could say the same thing about this Angels team too, and this Angels team had 2 of the best players in baseball, and they still couldn't win.
Mm-hmm. And
You
that's
know why?
sad.
Do you know why though?
Why? Anthony Rendon?
Shohei was betting on the Angels to lose.
Apparently he was clean.
I don't believe it. Pete Rose to the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Rose to the Hall of Fame.
They just forgot to mention that Pete Rose had an interpreter making his bets. That's what happened.
Yeah, that's all that happens.
You see, he was actually betting on baseball through a Chinese bookie. So
Yes,
he needed a
that makes sense.
translator to translate Chinese, and somehow it was the translator. It wasn't Pete Rose, guys.
Or Pete Rose is just multilingual. He could speak multiple languages.
Maybe.
Do you remember what year? I can't remember if it was 21 or 20 or 22 or 23, but they had Pete Rose go into the broadcast booth. They did that like it was like 22 or 20 last year. I can't remember which year, but
The
it was
Phillies or who?
hilarious.
Who?
What?
What team was he on the broadcast booth for?
It was on the Phillies broadcast booth.
Really? With who? With
Yeah, it was.
McCarthy and
It
Kruk?
was like I'm pretty sure it was a McCarthy and Crook. Yeah, it was hilarious.
I need to look at that. I don't remember that.
I remember it because it was like the first time. I think it was during. It was during one of the 1980 ceremony things, and I remember it being like a big deal because people were like, "Why do they have Pete Rose in there? Because he doesn't have a filter and he's just going to say what he wants."
Yeah.
Very much
They
like
already
Crook,
banned
so
him
I guess it
from baseball, basically. So
banned him
he's
from
got to
baseball. But
lose.
yeah, the Phillies are like, let's put him in the booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked when they did that, but it was so entertaining. You got to look back and see if we can find it. I'm going to try to figure out what year it was.
Yeah, I need to look.
Because it was hilarious. It was.
Damn,
I
Castellanos
might
just
do it
almost got a
now.
home run.
Yeah, I know. I want this to be known to everybody. It was 2 years ago.
Okay.
I actually found it. I'm about to send it to you.
Please do.
It was on this Reddit, but yeah, somebody has the whole thing on there. All right, I think that about wraps it up. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. Shohei betted on the Angels to lose. The Phillies are gonna keep on dominating. Bryson Stott's about to hit a home run. No, okay. Maybe he still will, but I think that about wraps it up. So, like always, go check out the merch on. We have tons of links on the Facebook page because I try to spam things because nobody pays attention. But we have tons of links on the Facebook page. We actually should have our gift boxes of merch tomorrow, according to Max. So we'll see what happens there. Excited.
Yes.
I'm supposed to have an Under Armour hoodie. We'll see if it happens. If not, Max, coming for your head. Um, but yeah, the merch is there, and we have a lot of cool stuff. And then we have the streams of the podcast on almost every major platform. We tend we're going to try to get it on some more at some point, but for now, just the major ones are there: the Spotify, the Apple Podcasts, the Amazon Music. It comes free with Amazon, so if you have Amazon and you want to listen to us and you don't have Spotify or Apple,
Check it out.
just use your Amazon Music account. It's free with your Amazon Prime account, so check it out.
Take us jogging with you.
Yeah, maybe Amazon. That's a shout out to you. A little sponsorship, maybe. Get in touch with me. Um, we are gonna try to look for some guests. That was actually a job that I gave Madison to do before she got sick. Um, I want to have somebody who does like something similar to what we do, um, on a day in and day out basis, which is honestly a lot. It doesn't seem
Yeah.
like it is. It really doesn't, right? You think, oh, I'm just watching baseball, but it's a lot because Instagram sucks. I'm too old to use it. I don't know what I'm doing. And then we got um, you sit there and you wait for somebody to post something for you to share it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And then I mean, if
I get impatient.
you get super impatient, and then Instagram takes a while to upload it, and then if you're like me, you don't know how to tag baseball players into it, and it's just really depressing because that means nobody's gonna watch it, and uh, so I'm trying to stay away from that. But um, and then um, So yeah, I would love to get somebody on just to talk. There's so many pages on Instagram, and I I don't want to sit here and say that I might be like one of the OG face Phillies pages that do this, but I might be. So I would love to go on, talk to people because I might be new on the Instagram world, but I have a lot of advice I can give other people for doing this on a day in day out basis, and I know about the stress because I did it by myself for 2 years. Um, you, so yeah, I mean, if someone does hear this and they want to come on the podcast, reach out because I would love to be able to set up a time to talk to you to get you on here. So please reach out. Email us on the Facebook page. You can message us. I normally check the messages. Somebody today asked us if we were going to London. We are not going to London.
That would be
I'm
cool with
sorry.
me.
I wish we were going to the London series, but we're not. Um, I don't have
So
enough
if
money to
anyone wants to
afford.
send us to the London series, be my guest. I have a
Yes.
passport. We're good.
If anyone wants to send us to the London series, please reach out. We're more than willing to go.
Amazon.
Um, yeah, Amazon. I know Jeff Bezos has that money over there. Um, they could even send us in like the Amazon shipping like plane. They could just have us
Yeah.
sitting there with a bunch of
Just
boxes,
yeah, give
and
me
I
a
wouldn't I wouldn't
parachute.
even care.
Give me a
Yeah, I'll just
parachute.
jump out. Yeah, don't even land. They can just get a bunch of drones and we could just like surf there. I don't care. I'll just sit on the drone to get there. I'm all
Yeah.
for it. But so check us out on Facebook page. Facebook page is where all of this started, and we're continuing to grow and super proud of it. I don't really do that much anymore, which is the best part, to be honest. So big shout out to Zach and Madison for keeping it going. But yeah, the YouTube stream will be up at some point tonight, and so will this podcast. And thanks for watching, guys. I know that we've had an inconsistent schedule lately, but hopefully we can
We'll
get
get it
back on
back to normal.
track. Um, yeah, and if you watch it, share it with your friends and family because it'd be nice for us to get our streams up a little bit. We're not doing this for the streams. We're doing it for us, but still, it'd be nice to get the streams up. And yeah, so I mean, thank you for everyone who does tune in regularly and listens to us, and for some reason finds what we say entertaining. But yeah, I mean, that about wraps it up. I mean, Zach, do you have anything you want to say?
Nope. Thank you, everybody that watches, and keep watching us. We're having fun.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
go
I'm having a good
Phils.
time. This is gonna keep happening no matter if you're watching or not,
Mhm.
because we're having a good time. So yeah. Oh, also, if you know somebody who makes music, reach out to us because Zach was supposed to do it and he never did. Um, all right, I'm gonna go watch this baseball game. Everyone have a good night. A good day, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the
Whenever you
world.
listen.
Yeah, thank you. All right, bye everyone.
See ya.
Go Phils.